Good morning, party people. How's it going? Welcome to Sunday. I'm Ben. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy weekend. Happy Sunday. Sorry for the latest kind of start. Kind of getting things rolling here. So what I'm building today, and hello Stud, hello Macro, and hello Missy. There is, and I'm going to try to show you. Wall with oil pot, stairwell, exterior. So there is a thing that Lego does that is through if you were part of a lug. And I don't honestly know if you have to be part of a lug. You may be able to do it as an individual too, but it's called project support. And I don't think this is one of those things where I can't talk about it. So if I can and anybody knows, and if you're watching this later as an ambassador, let me know. You can apply for project support, and you can give them a project and say, this is what we're working on as a group, and this is where it's going to be displayed, and this is how big it's going to be, and this is how many pieces we want. And this is the aim of the project, and then they can, accept or reject your application. And then after that, you order pieces, and it's kind of like a lug bulk process or the bricks and pieces process. And then you get a large amount of pieces, and you put them all together. So the idea we came up with is that a friend of a lug, let's see if I've got this in here. A lug member has a castle. I don't know if I have Bricks Colleen in here. Yeah, I do. Lug member Ed Frazee has a castle that he has had for a long time, and he keeps adding to it and improving to it and taking it to shows. And it's like a cross-section castle. It's been on Beyond the Brick, and you can see it's really cool. Like, all of this lights up. It has all the interiors. So he's a big castle guy, right? So what he's done is he's taken the idea of adding walls, and everybody gets a segment of a wall, and you can build it based off just the base wall, or you can decorate it then however you want. And the end project being that we all bring it together at a convention and surround the main castle. So we sold 60 sets. So 60 times 2 base plates is going to be pretty big, just to be a perimeter around something. And in the interior, we can have a village. We can do whatever we want. So that was the idea. So we sorted them yesterday. So today I thought it'd be fun to kind of figure out how it all went together for my section of it. So I bought 2 sections. So each section, and it was easier to do a section like this. And I think you build the color onto the base plates. So we got the gray base plates. So this is going to be... Let's see if I can do this here real quick. Window capture. All right. So that, you should be able to see that now, maybe? No? Yes? No? Okay. I'm not gonna make it that big. So we're gonna make it a little smaller. So you build out basically the ground level above it. So there's the regular base plate, and then, so we're going to try to do one of these. I forget which one I got. There's 4 different kinds. So if you were to look, let's go ahead and download this, I think. There's 4 different kinds of walls too. There's interior corner, interior sides. Most of these are going to be like, you build 1/2 of each of them and then you put it together. So like, I think I got an interior, so I got 2 interiors, and then the exteriors I got like a crossbow wall and I think the oil pot. So let's see what I got. So there's gonna be some sorting and some knolling. Yeah, so I got oil pot. So my one exterior will be an oil pot, the kind that, you know, you dump the oil pot, and I got a crossbow. So along with the pieces also, we were able to order knights, so everybody got some knights. Good afternoon, Mariana. I haven't checked. How's Portugal doing in World Cup? Are they in it still? They were leading their group, right? So they're playing Australia next? No. They're playing Argentina next? Is that correct? The U.S. is out of it. There was a really kind of not great showing against... who were we playing? The Netherlands. So anyway, since we were able to get these parts, a lot of people ordered a ton of figures, like 50 or so figures. We had this mound, I swear to God, a mound like as big as this table of just minifigs, these castle minifigs. So expect those to be seen at conventions and stuff recently. So I got oil pot, crossbow, and then these two should be interior. We got two interiors. So what we can probably do is start with an interior to see how it goes. Oh, right on, Frankie. Are you at work? Frankie's somebody in our lug, if you don't know. All right. So, let's see. We're going to do your work. Man, you work on Sundays. That sucks. Wall interior. Yeah, I'm going to do a wall interior. So, this is where we start. We just, build it all out. It's not Mills plates, but it's a couple plates thick enough to give. So the cool part is once this project is done, so by I think officially it's 2023 at the end of Bricks Colleen. Stop itching my sores. My lovely, lovely fire ant bites. Technically after next summer, all these pieces now revert to you. So they're your pieces now. But the initial project is that we build them all together and then everybody brings their own segment of walls. And there's even a map. Where is it? Put it in the project support conversation. Collaborations. Where's the collaborations? Project support. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see this or not. You can't. Let's do design. So we've already got a layout. So this is like the main castle. So this is literally like an 8-foot table right here. And this is going to be everybody's sections around it. So it's going to be pretty big. And I can't wait to see how cool it's going to be. And I'm hoping that everybody kind of fancies up their walls a little bit and does something a little personal. So each wall section's a little different. I'm probably going to try to build like a little bit of a village thing on the outside or maybe the inside. I'm not sure. So yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. This is a great idea. And I'm hoping that again, next year we get to do something. One of the people, friends of the channel, Michaela, I think has switched allegiances with the lugs. I have to talk to her. I think she's moved to Texas Brick Railroad, which is fine. It's closer to her. They live down closer to them. They live down kind of way south, and I think the people who meet for the Texas Brick Railroad are a little farther south anyway. And I think her project idea for next year is probably going to be more along their lines. But it's a great idea that they had sort of a like a meadow kind of thing, a lot of landscaping, a big scenic whatnot. So I'm going to talk to them and see if they're all right if we use that idea. If not, we'll come up with something else. I'm sure. So these two bags of pieces ran me about $150. So if you are part of a lug, I would highly recommend looking into project support because it's a great way to get everybody together to do a neat project and then also end up with some pieces, which is not the end goal, but it's a nice you know, it's a nice bonus. The other thing is I'm on the lookout for how well we sorted, because there were some snafus. I tell you what, when we were sorting yesterday, because we had a whole group of people there, so you want to make sure everybody's got something to do, but then there's a lot of kind of cross-talk and getting plates onto a base plate is going to be interesting, because it takes a while for them to kind of really settle down on it. No, so this isn't mine. There's one of our builders, Ed, did this in studio, and then he built it out a little bit himself. He's a castle guy. I'm not a castle guy. So this is not my design at all. I was blissfully not involved in most of this. Like, I ordered the parts because I have the access to the system to order the parts, but outside of that, I didn't have anything to do with, like, well, not anything, not anything, but I had very little to do with the organization of this, so it was very nice for me. It was nice to be able to kind of sit back and let somebody else have a little bit of spotlight. But I mean, you know, it's very cool that they were able to get everything done in studio, and so this speaks to the power of this product. Letting other people see your builds and work together to come up with something. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this is going to be amazing when it's all done. Ooh, I sorted these pieces, so hopefully I did this right. So the other thing we did yesterday, which is something I'm not really privy to, I don't know if you guys know this, but I messed up our lug bulk order. I was kind of distracted. Beth's surgery happened on November 9th, and the deadline to put in the application for lug bulk was November 14th, and I just plumb forgot. So I tried to email everybody and say, you know, is there any way I can be grandfathered in? Can you open it up? And I can, you know, we did have interest in this. I had kind of an excuse in that my wife had surgery and I was kind of taking care of her, and I just, you know, bad timing. And they're like, we've already, you know, the project's already moved on, and we can't really open it up anymore. And I'm like, all right, well, I get it. So, oh, yeah, you weren't here the last. So I went to a friend's mom's house who was having water issues, and this friend was out of town, and they're like, hey, you guys are pretty close by. Would you mind going over and see if you can help her turn her emergency shutoff valve on, or flip that? I was like, yeah, no problem. I've done that before. So I brought my tools and my, you know, my mallet, my vice grips, and whatever else, and ran over there. And turns out I couldn't. What's up, Brick Pasta? You are lurking. I get it. So, you know, big manhole cover, little bitty manhole covers, 4 of them. There's like, it says shut off valve and then another one. So I open the one that says shut off valve, and there's a little screwdriver screw top above a nut. And I'm like, I don't think that's the emergency shut off valve. The emergency shut off valve is usually a big handle. So I open the other one. I'm like, okay, well, there's a handle. The problem is it was like that far down and a hole about that big. So there's no getting a tool in there to do it. Like if you had maybe like a post hole digger that you could turn, I couldn't get any leverage with my vice grips. Opened the manhole cover, saw the sensors, saw another switch, but I think that was to both properties, and I didn't want to turn off both properties. So about 5 minutes into working on this, 5 or 10 minutes into working on this, the lady's watching. It's an older lady, and I went, ow! And I looked down, and my hands are just covered in fire ants because they were on the other side of the manhole cover, so not right where I was working. But I was kneeling down and had my hand out here like this, bracing myself. And I went, ow! And she goes, oh, crap, there's fire ants there. And I look, and my hands are just covered in fire ants. And I'm like, well, I'm done. I can't work on this anymore. It didn't really... Let's see how many part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So, wasn't her fault. She just forgot they were there. I get it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was kind of a bummer, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I spent the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these is only separated by 5. Did I mess this one up? I think I messed that one up. The friend who called me originally felt so bad about it. She's like, "Oh my God, your hands. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It wasn't your fault. I'm the one who wasn't looking, you know." What's up, Brett? Yeah, nice ant bites. Glenn saw these in real life. They're actually, I don't know if you can see, they're much better. They're just kind of pink spots now. Some scabs, but they were, you know, my hands got about that big. And then they had the white, you know, pussy spots on them and everything. That was super fun. 9, 4 by 8s. So, that's that. They hurt for a while, but you know, the weird part was when I got home or driving home, my head got really itchy. My ears got really itchy, and I was really worried that because I, as far as I know, have no allergies to bug bites, other than you get bit by a mosquito and you get a welt, and everyone's like, "Well, that's an allergy." I'm like, "I know, but I think we're all allergic to mosquito bites." But I was like really worried that my throat was going to close up or something. I think it was just because there were so many ant bites and so much venom that it just like I'm just sitting there scratching my head going, I don't know what it is. I can't stop this, you know? And Beth was freaking out. 3, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, that was fun. But it's all good. I mean, I'm, no permanent damage or anything. So, something else we did yesterday. Oh, related to the fact that I messed up the lug order. And everybody's been great. Everybody in the lug was like, look, it happens. It's not a big deal. I'm okay not spending, my partner or my bank account is okay with me not spending $250, $300 next year for more Lego, which I don't need. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one of the lug members yesterday, as we were getting done sorting, was like, there is a deal at Walmart right now for some Ninjago sets and some creator sets. They have pallets of these things, and they're going for very, very inexpensive, like 80% off or something. And so the person who found it was like, let's do that as kind of a quasi replacement for lug bulk. What we can do is we can buy all this stuff, and then the lug can buy it, and then whoever fronts the money can get paid back by everybody else, and we can divvy up the parts, and it can be kind of a lug thing. So it's two different sets. It's the Ninjago boulder tracker thing. I don't even know. I'm not a Ninjago person. And then there was also a creator piece collection that's like, it was all the transparent pieces. Boulder Blaster. Thanks, Glenn. So we ran over to this Walmart, and I've never done anything like this before, but apparently the people who found it, this is kind of what they do. They find really good deals and they buy a lot and then either flip it or they keep it as inventory and sell it to other people, or have it for use for the lug, like they'll have it available for drafts, that kind of thing. This is not something I do because I don't have credit cards that go up to like $5,000. I probably could. I'm, grown man who should probably have better credit than I do, but I don't. So we ran over there and basically bought I'd say 2 pallets worth of Lego, and I don't know how many sets it is. It's a bunch, but they're all in my garage now. So over the next like month or so, we're going to split it up. We're going to piece it out, and then we're going to open it up. So this is a thing that we're going to work on pretty soon, probably, is letting everybody who did lug bulk know, here's a replacement kind of for it. Do you want in? We're going to offer it to them first, and then if not, we'll open it up to the rest of the lug. So I can't do too many details on it, but that's kind of how it's going to go. So, but I'm sending pictures of this to my non-Lego friends and family. And I was like, this is what haha, I'm missing pieces. Hee so I may not be. They just may be hidden somewhere. Oh, they're probably in these other little bags. Yeah. Forgot I had a whole other set of bags over here. We didn't get 400 or 500 of them. We ended up getting maybe 250. They also had a bunch of the Range Rovers, but they weren't willing to go very low on those prices. I think they were going for 85, and we were thinking about getting them for the lug for like another thing where we parted out, but we kind of talked ourselves down from that because we realized that nobody wants Technic parts. Nobody orders Technic parts from a draft or from lug bulk. They just don't. Unless there's like 1 or 2 people in our group who do Technic, and they would have liked that, but in general, people aren't huge Technic people. So, but I think the lug or Brick Rodeo ended up getting a few of those at a kind of a discounted price, so they could do a game, so they could do a speed build challenge. So I think that's going to happen next year. Okay. All fun. Can't really see where it's these guys first. Kind of overlap. So this is kind of a neat way to build up a thickness to a base plate without going full Mills plate on it. You can see how it's kind of built in a grid. A little thicker to be able to handle some of the weight without being floppy. It's a pretty solid design by Ed. Some green plates too. I don't have a whole lot of green plates, so that's cool. So this will probably be the front of the castle. Or no, wait, this is interior. Is this interior? Yeah, so this will be the inside of the castle where it's nice and green. The outside of the castle is tan, so that's like a road or whatever. So yeah, so we bought a stupid amount of, let's see, do I have a picture of that? I know I took a picture, but I don't know if I kept it or not. I did not. Maybe I have it. Man. Yes, remember that computer. So this is what it ended up being. So about that much. And most of these boxes down here are half of these Ninjago sets and half those creator sets. I feel so bad. One of the ladies who was driving over with us and the one who found all of it lost a box as she had a pickup and she had it all strapped down, and one of the boxes of corner fell out. It was like 4 sets, but she felt terrible, and we're all like, it's like 1% of what we got. Like if you find more, we can finish out the rest of it, but I'm not really worried about it. Meanwhile, somebody found a box of Lego on the highway and is like, hopefully it didn't hit anybody, is what we were thinking. So, oh, nope, 2 more of those. So that's what we got to do this week, is come up with an email that's like, hey everybody, this is what's going to happen. I hope you're cool with that. If you don't care about it, we can open it up to the lug. If this isn't something you want as a replacement for lug bulk, but you know. I sent that picture to my family and they're like, right, you're just holding on to it. I'm like, well, I'm not going to end up, I'm not going to pay the dude $3,500 for all this. What am I going to do with it? I said, I'll probably end up with a handful of these sets, but in pieces. So at some point, yeah, we'll get together and part it all out. Put flooring in at this stage. I don't know what that means. And now your base is finished and you can start working on your wall. I don't know what flooring means. Oh, okay. This is just describing like when you're done, this is where you can put other stuff in. I'm just going to move ahead and start doing the wall. So this is basically the front end, and then the wall is going to go here. So you can do anything you want out here. Maybe have a little, circus, medieval thing going on. So in other news, the bestiary for Horizon Zero Dawn goes apace. I've got my tall neck and the Thunderjaw back there now, and we'll be doing, I think, what is it called? It's called like a tusk something. What is that called? I think I saved it. Oh, it's under Lego, Horizon, Bestiary, Acquisition. No, it's Combat. Tremor Tusk. So if you look at the new Monkey Kid set, or an upcoming Monkey Kid set, there's a kind of a big white elephant. It's pretty much the same thing as a Tremor Tusk from Horizon Zero Dawn. So much so that I think I'm going to get that set, and it'll be the only Monkey Kid set I've ever bought. But it looks so much like, pull the 2 up and you'll see it's kind of crazy. I don't know how much change will have to be made on it. I have a feeling it's not going to be like perfect. Like I have a feeling it's going to need a lot of work, but should be a good place to start. And then hopefully be able to do some smaller beasties. I was thinking like the scrappers and the chargers. Make the charger something Aloy can ride. So I think this is going to take the place of microfighters as my new obsession. So I'll probably be starting to do some of those designs in studio on stream. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, housekeeping, literally.
Housekeeping?
Do we have any more tripod or off pods or?
Yeah, that box that's on the dryer is 2 of them.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just pop that open. I ordered some from Amazon because the store was out. Yeah. All right, so I need... Glenn says hi. She doesn't say hi back. She doesn't love you. I need those two. So these are modified bricks. Are they... Do they have the Technic bricks in here? I only need 2 Technic bricks. Let's start with some of these bricky bricks, and then we'll worry about that next. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 15. I'll just do 15. So this would be good for anybody who wants a lot of light clay. Hey Beth,
Yeah.
the chat says hello. Everybody in the chat says hi. How are you feeling today? Not doing well?
Not 100%, but getting there.
Are you better than yesterday? Well, she said hi back, Glenn. You can come out. Building up the wall there a little bit. I need to find those Technic bricks. They've got to be in here. I would think that a brick would be in here. Come on, sorting team of which I was a part. Why do I not see the Technic bricks? There's only 2, so I gotta make sure every brick is turned to the side so I can see it. Okay, not in that bag. Oh, because they're over here. We were told to put bricks in the brick bag. Somebody did not pay attention. I like these little, the words here. We'll work on the inner wall first. Honestly, like, I thought slopes should have been something else. I'm like, where do slopes go? With bricks? Oh, they don't go in the other? Apparently not. Oh, and all the 1x1s are in here. Okay. Good to know. So how many of these do we have? We have 12. 1, 2. Blank. Got a good stagger. That's good for stability. Yep, it's right there. Right there the whole time. You did the Mariana's bricks, Walter. You guys did the ATOT and the Lat C yesterday. How'd that turn out? I need to go back and watch like the end of it. Absolutely nothing could go wrong with that. You're right. What am I scared of? Mix it all up. That should be a game at Brick Rodeo. We'll get a big set and it gets put into a whole I'm sure that's a game already. Isn't it like a whole bag build or something like that? Or whole set build or whole box build? Where it's like you get a really big set, but all the pieces are in one big thing. One. Space on the ATOT for a minifigure. Yeah. Well. Huh. So the ATOT, technically, I'm going to claim ignorance on this. The ATOT isn't mine. I'm going to go ahead and say whoops on that one. But the lat part is mine. The oh, where do these go? These must go in the front then. 12 of those. Okay. So one there and one there. The ATOT is Darth Designer. So the guy who does all the jets, who does a really good job of that. He also does Star Wars sets. And he's got a project where he's doing all the Star Wars sets to scale. So like he picks a scale like 1 to 700 or whatever, because Star Wars ships are enormous. And does them that way. So I just got his design for that, and then built the AT or the lat around it. So you can definitely go back and mock it, so it's at least gutted a little bit. So if you take it apart, you can put a figure on it. I'm sure that would be fun to do. Oh, neat. So like not while it's obviously docked, right? Because I can't imagine there would be a figure in there at the same time that it's being held by the lat. Yeah, I'll go back and watch the video. Well, now hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, no, that makes sense. All right. So here's the thing. I would have pointed out in one of these with a little call out that this piece right here is what's on the other side. Because I think without it, it may be a little confusing. But that's just me. Oh, really? That's cool. That must be tall. There we go. The construction of yours is much stable than his, especially the legs of the... Well, again, that's... Thank you, but that's the ATOT is at least just reverse engineering of Simon's, of Darth Designers. So... But I did take some liberty in order... Because I think he just made his... He didn't make it a microfighter thing. He just kind of... made it smaller. I don't think it was intended to be a microfighter. So there was some adjustments made for it. But I'm glad that it's more stable. And now I've got another clone pilot from the Advent calendar. I can make that. was a complicated level. That's going on there. Four of these. The tall ones or the short ones? The short ones. So I'm at the end game portion of God of War Ragnarok. It's literally the last battle, and I'm kind of in the middle of a cinematic when I looked at the clock and it was 9:55, and I'm like, I need to go. Luckily, this game allows you to pause cinematics. I think more and more games are allowing you to do that because they're like, yeah, you can get to any point and just pause it. 2. And it's only been so I changed it to give me story. Because I had it on Give Me Grace, which was, well, I started off in the middle. I just was like, whatever the default is. And then it started, the Berserker gravestones started getting stupid hard. And I'm like, I was to the point where I was not having fun anymore playing the same, fighting the same guy 20 times. I'm like, yeah, this is no fun anymore. So I'd lower the settings for just that guy, and then I'd raise it up when I was done with that. They said there's a setting in there called mini boss fatigue, where if you fight him enough times, it starts lowering it on its own, but I didn't see that. I don't know if that was like a real thing or if I just read it somewhere. I thought it said it in the game. Which would be cool. Like if you get to 20 times with the same dude in the same sitting, they're like, all right, we'll lower this a little bit. Just this guy, not the game in general. But I got to the end not realizing that I had set that kind of permanently. So I'm all the way at the bottom now. I might try to jack it up a little bit because I've noticed that everything is like completely easy. Every time I'm just like walking through people now. Okay, so 8, which is fine. Like I just like playing and like being introduced to the story as it comes up. And it's hard to like. I appreciate the combatness of it. Like I get it. So I may go back through like Game Plus and try it on a harder level. We'll see. I'm still not over Richard Schiff as Odin. I think that's just hilarious. Those should have been in there. Ooh, I've got a bit of a stomachache. So yeah, I'm literally at the point where we're in front of the gates of Asgard, and Ragnarok is in the distance. Ragnarok is both in this game a thing and an event and a creature. So, but it's fun. It's a good game. It's a little more emotional than I thought it'd be. You and your boy. When you start the game with your... Well, I'm not going to say much. Because if you're going to go play it, you should play it. It's good. Got more inside there. Kind of like that. So I don't know what game to play after this. If you got suggestions. I'd like a space combat sim of some kind. But I'm also thinking I might try to save up for a PS5. Can get a digital only PS5 for less than a less than I was thinking. So I might try to do that. They're like $500. See, I've tried it on hardest, and it's just like, I don't get it. It's, I don't know. What? Oh, more of the small ones. It doesn't seem like it's that much harder, but it's like... Keep those out. I already pulled them out. I was also not a huge fan. Like, I'm really appreciating the really big open world, lots of story, lots of quest. Being able to enjoy your time doing it. Versus getting frustrated every time you die because some, you know, punk underling, not even a mini boss, but somebody surprises you after like getting into a big fight and you just die right there. That kind of stuff bothers me. I'm also not a fan. I was never a fan of platformers. The idea of just dying because you fall off something. I hate that. Also, I hate the idea of dying and going like all the way back to the beginning of something. Like you work so hard to get to a certain point and then you have to start over. That's just a soul crusher right there. No reason for that. But that's how games were back in the day. There wasn't enough memory for save points. Would be my guess. 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are times I forget I've got all these ant bites on my hands, and I'll look down and just see a bunch of spots in there, and I'm like, ah! What happened? What did I touch? And then 2 of those modified ones. Yeah. I don't remember what I did Horizon on, but I think I did it on whatever the medium one was. Thanks, Brick Pasta. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way, like I like the hockey guy when he says that. Be sure to browse, you know, like and subscribe if you're browsing on your way through and you're new to the channel. Man, my Avs have just been garbage the last couple games. I think they've lost like 5-0 and 5-1 lately. I mean, it's against the Bruins, and the Bruins are doing really well, but I think they got beat by... Oh, who did they play the other day? And I was like, are you kidding? You lost that bad? I think the injuries are finally starting to catch up with them. Ooh, that was satisfying. We had some new people at the sort yesterday, so this is where we are so far. Getting some rock kind of thing built up. Now what's going to happen is this is going to be the interior, this is going to be a big arch. So the 2 plates are going to come together this way, and you'll have like a tunnel in here. So, you know, the wall will go up this way and the wall will go up that way, and they'll come together. They'll come together like that. So that's what's going on. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. My abs are getting ripped? No. That is... I don't know if you've seen me, but that is not happening. I almost just want to dump these out over here. I'm kind of tired of digging through this bag. Sort these out a little bit. Get rid of some of these bigger ones. I know it's not going to be useful until later. So I can get to the pieces I need to now. So I need 4 of these. Oh, this is much better. 4, 8. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. The abs are getting ripped, yes. France is playing right now. Oh man, kind of wanted to watch that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. France won last time, so I think they're the team to beat. I'm still gonna root for them because I like them. I'm also pulling for Messi, so he can get his one. Because I think that's the one thing he's never got is a World Cup win. So that would be nice for him. For some reason, my son is really into World Cups this year. Like, we didn't think he would be into it, but he's apparently a huge fan now. And it's hilarious to see him go, man, that Messi's really good. He's like, yes, he is. There's a reason he is considered one of the top players in the world. What's up, Kodiak? How's life? How's tricks? That's wrong. All right, it'd be this point. I don't know where we're going next with it, but the next level. Okay, I would start, if this were me, I'd put a plate right here to kind of tie all these together. So we'll see what happens here soon enough. 6 and how many? 1. Because it's starting to get a little squirrely with the things getting tall and like kind of drifting away from each other. But yeah, the stonework, like right here, like I push that in and this comes out, so I'd like to see some of that tied together soon. But again, not my design. Life and Tricks, good. Currently waking up and nursing a bowl of mac and cheese for breakfast. Breakfast of champions, man. I mean, why is that a lunch or dinner only thing? Mac and cheese is an all-time thing. I just thought of a great thing. A mac and cheese with a fried egg on top. Like leftover mac and cheese with a fried egg on top. Oh, that sounds so good right now. Alright. Now, got... Somebody called these tongues the other day, and I had never heard of that. These 1x1 tiles that are like that shape. I just call them rounded, but somebody called them tongues, and I'm like, that's amazing. Guess what I'm going to call them from now on? If that's a thing people were calling them, then I apologize. Or I did not know that. Tombstone, that's another one. Hadn't heard that either. 4. It's the littlest tombstone. Right. Yeah, this was This was Jake. Glenn. We're counting these out yesterday, and he's like, I think I maybe put too many of those 1x1 tongues in there. And I was like, it's one of those times when I feel like I'm in a Star Trek episode where I start hearing or speaking a different language because of some brain parasite. I'm like, tongue? Did you say tongue? That is very cool. Tombstone's also good. Everybody's in agreement that the quarter panel ones are pizza slices, right? So I wonder if I can start playing holiday music. If Pretzel has some holiday music. Let's see. Stations. Do you have a holiday station? Happy holiday. Oh, it's locked. Of course it is. Good job. Good job, Pretzel. Making people want to be part of your product. Thanks. I passed 600 and then went right below it again. So it's like, hey, 601, 598. Woohoo! All right, so I need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3. Ah, see? This is exactly what I was talking about. Need a plate right in here to tie all these like individual like pillars of build together, because otherwise you're doing that over and over again. And then 10, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 4 of these, 1 of these, 4 of these, and thank you, Kodiak. Thank you very much. 600 is kind of a weird number because it's not really anything, but it's still kind of like, yay, we did it. All right, so that one's good. That one's right there. Oh, that's there. Oh, okay. These are all in here. 10. I got 10. That's why. I was going to do holiday decorations today after this. We have we're gonna go meet Beth's cousin who's in town for dinner. Well, we're gonna go meet her for dinner. Her cousin's in town. That sentence was so tortured. Beth's cousin's in town. We're gonna go meet her for dinner. But I'm like, I gotta get back to Ragnarok. They're just sitting there waiting for me to complete my mission. So maybe I'll do... See, this is how I got kind of screwed over with Halloween. Was like, no, I'll get it next week, tomorrow, this weekend. And I ended up not doing it. And then, like, the day before Halloween rolls around, I'm like, I don't think I'm doing Halloween decorations this year. I don't think. Oh, 4? But I've got a little longer to do Xmas decorations, so I'll try to get that done. I needed to go get a tree. Told told Beth we're doing a tree this year. So, gotta go find me a tree. May go to Home Depot and get, they have these little like 3-foot live trees, I think. So I may go get one of those. Because I was telling her, I was like, we should get a tree this year. And then I was like, I don't know where we're going to put it, but I want to get a tree. And of course I got to dig out my holiday Lego and display that somewhere. Maybe I'll put that behind here somewhere. Man, the stonework is getting intricate. So yeah, I guess 1,000 is the next benchmark. Nothing really happens, but it looks good to say you got 1,000. 4, 6, 7, 8. 1,000 people subscribed at one point. Not knowing what they were getting into. Upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down. Luckily, these are all pretty standard pieces, so hopefully if a human being had shorted me on any of these, because we're all human beings, I'm sure somebody's going to be missing a piece or two. They're common enough I could probably find some. Some of us totally knew what we were getting into. Okay, so... Okay, like that. And then another one up top. This is an interesting exercise too, because I don't build castles, so stonework is not something I've really ever done, outside of anything that's been done for a set maybe, but something like this I've just never worked on, so it's kind of interesting. I can see why people are so in awe about like giant mountains worth of stuff near water features and things and big builds, because it takes a lot of these stupid slopes and a lot of staggered layers. It feels like grunt work. It feels like the not interesting part of building Lego. Brick. There's that. 2 of these. 8 of these. Not 700. I don't know. 750 almost makes more sense. It's like 3/4 of a way to 1,000. That makes more sense than 700 or 800. Those are just like arbitrary tens or hundreds or whatever. Like building a pod racer course, yes. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Okay. And okay. And okay. And 1. No, I don't know where that went. 2, 3, 4. So after today, on this. I don't know if I'll do another stream with this, but you guys get the general idea. Oh, I think I've got shorted a brick. That's okay. So let me go grab one. Oh, cool. Found my water tumbler. I was looking for this yesterday. Went to go to the sort, and I was like, oh man, I left my water at home. And then I get home and I couldn't find it. I'm like, oh man, I left my water on top of the car and drove away and probably lost it. Turns out it was behind a monitor. Don't know how it got there, but there it lay, or sat. Have you built a pod racer course, Glenn? Is that something in your thing to do? I know this would have been when I was doing the idea for Beggar's Canyon for the T16. I was going to do a section of Beggar's Canyon, but not the whole course. That would have been a problem, I think. 6 and 3. But yeah, building this rock feature stuff is just like, ooh, I can't imagine. But it's like anything else. Anytime you build a landscape or you build something that's not, you know, part of the thing you're building, it has to be something like this. All right, now these are kind of okay, so let's, yeah, there we go. Now the stonework is done, we can build up the wall. Yay! Perfect. Save that for later. 2. Oh yeah, I kind of thought that's what you were saying. It wasn't a pod racer, but it was still Beggar's Canyon, so you got close on the details. Oh no. So how many? 10? And honestly, it's still sitting over here. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So I kind of still want to do it, but at this point I'm like, now it's just like homework. And I don't have, I feel like once it becomes something of a chore, I don't want to do it anymore, especially if it's Lego, if it's something that I've been looking forward to doing. Because now it's just like buying parts and doing stonework. So that's what the stonework looks like. I don't know if it's going to leave that all open or not. You could probably leave that as is, or you could put tiles or cheese slopes on it. That's up to you. I might go back and put some cheese slopes on it or tiles or something, just to give it a bit more, but that's pretty much it. Oh, I see. It's like, what is that? 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to transition to Horizon stuff for a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to do a huge mock for Brick Rodeo because if I'm going to be driving to Houston, I don't want to have to like caravan out with a bunch of stuff, and I don't think that's going to go with me, so it's not like we can take 2 cars. And I don't know if she'll let me use her car for the whole time, so I'll have to drive out with my little car, and I can't get a whole lot of stuff in my little car. So I'll probably just bring like a handful, maybe just the microfighters, because that alone takes up 1, 2, that's 3 tubs between the fighters and the layout and the sign and stuff. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to take the tower or the Capitol or anything because it's Houston. That's fun stuff to put in Austin, but you take it to Houston and everyone's like, is that, what building is that? It's like, it's not one you have here. So. So I don't know yet. I still have to get tickets too. The early bird tickets have gone on sale for Brick Rodeo. So if you're gonna go, now's the time to get your tickets. And I think the early bird is good till excuse me, until end of January. So make sure to get in on that. And I think they have hotel spacing too. So make sure to get your hotel room at a rate. So who here plans on going to Brick Rodeo in 2023, this coming summer? It will still be probably the 4th of July weekend. It won't be in Houston, it will be in Sugar Land. Don't make the mistake of saying that it's in Houston. It's not in Houston. It's in Sugar Land. 4, 2, 1, 8. Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going as an exhibitor or not. So we'll see. All right, it's going to be our first bit of sub-assembly building. Up. Do that 4 times. Just like this. July 6th through the 9th. I'll be there. Sweet. Why do you have to go? Are you on the board? Are you on a committee? Are you a co-chair? Nah, it's just me. My nephew and niece have birthday around that time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Family's more important. Get him the present that keeps on giving a membership to a weekend at Brick Rodeo. So there's going to be a lot more going on in the front there. You can see all the snot builds. There's going to be things in the back. They would break everything. How old are they? Are they twins? Niece and nephew? Birthday around the same time or just coincidence? My brother and I are coincidence. We're 3 years apart, but 1 day apart. We are June 29th and June 30th. And we keep telling my parents, we're like, what were you guys doing 9 months ago that you only wanted to do twice? Let's see, let's count these out first. So I have them 6, and then 4. Turns out, 9 months before our birthdays was their anniversary. But I was early. We were both a little early, which means I think it was more like Christmas or something. Or Thanksgiving, because their anniversary is in October. I was apparently almost a preemie, like my original. And my mom, I don't think. Every time I say this, she's like, "No, that's not right." I'm like, "You told me this once." Like I think my original birthday was August something, and then I was born in June, so I don't know how much of a preemie that makes it, but, and my brother was actually 4 days late, or no, 4 days early. He was gonna be born July 4th, 1976, making him a bicentennial baby. I don't think it was like he couldn't hang on. Back then it was just like, I don't think there was planning a date and, you know, they induce if you just go into the hospital or whatever. I think it's just like, yeah, you just wait. Whenever the baby comes, they come. Which is kind of like now, but in some cases you want to make sure that the baby's not in there and having health problems by being in there too long if there's a problem. 2 years apart by 1 day. That's so funny. So we had the distinct pleasure of having our birthdays celebrated at the same time. So it was not like we were ever actually an individual with birthdays. They're like, birthday weekend. We're like, well, I mean, fair enough. But we did have like, I think we each had a cake on our own day and stuff. But the families, the grandparents and stuff would come into town when we were little kids and do birthday days or birthday weekend. Uh-oh. Well, somebody's scales were off. I don't think it was me. I don't think I did this section, but I know that I counted some of these 1x2 plates. So I don't know if you've ever been to a sorting party, but there's 2 schools of counting. There's you count every brick, and then there's you weigh it all. You have a scale and then a cup, and then you tear that cup so it zeroes out, and then you measure up. You count the first round and be like, all right, that's 162 of these, and then from then on you're just like, okay, well that's whatever. But in this case, I'm supposed to have 4 more of these, so I'll be right back. Let me go get 4 more of these, or 3 more of those. Now, if I end up with extra because my eyes are deceiving me, then I do apologize, but I don't see them. Yeah, their parties are together 2 in 1 day. That's actually funny because they are around the same time as mine and my brother's. Something was in the water in October, man. So we also had, it was kind of cool because we got maximum toy usage throughout the year because we were about 6 months away from Christmas. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So we were able to get, you know, every 6 months we got the latest and greatest. We weren't we weren't poor, but we weren't, you know, my parents did a lot to keep us in good toys and clothes and stuff. So like we never wanted, we always had the latest Transformers and G.I. Joes and Atari video games and whatnot. So at least I can say that. We were not emotionally supported because, you know, we were Gen X kids. And my parents got divorced and it was just, you know, it's whatever. So I got more stuff in 3 months after Christmas. And that's kid logic right there. That's the, you know, how often do I get stuff? Got that one. And 2 away. I mean, we were getting stuff like my mom tried to do, I guess my dad too for a little bit, but my mom always tried to do it's All Saints Day, or it's Saint Benjamin Day, or Saint Joseph Day. There was no Saint Benjamin Day. Here's a little something, you know, here's some stuff for Easter. Here's, you know, you get your lottery you get a gift basket, you get an Easter basket with like candy and maybe a toy or a little GoBot and a lottery ticket. And you're like, lottery ticket? What the heck? That is true. You're like, oh, look at that new Lego set. Look at that new action figure. Look at that new model. Yeah, never understood the lottery ticket. That feels like a very European thing to do. I don't know. Well, I think there technically was like some kind of Benjamin something. Because it's a biblical name. There is a Benjamin that's a biblical name. So when I was heavy into the teachings of Cathol, being a good Catholic, I knew that there was a name, biblical name. I tease because I think at some point, going back in the history of my family, if you do like a, not a 23andMe, but just like family genealogy going back, I think I'm related to Benedict Arnold. Somebody had said that, like in our family line, there's like it's like a great uncle. It's like not directly related, but like somebody's uncle was whatever. And so I joke that that's the only other Ben that's been in our family. And everyone backs away and it's like, oh really? I'm gonna not hang out with you anymore. For you Canadians, Benedict Arnold is a famous traitor. But I'm sure you knew that because you're all very smart people. Yeah, it's on my grandma's side somewhere. Like she has like a Simpson and Calvert line of family, and somewhere along those lines back in the early 1700s or something. I don't know. I forget. It was made clear to me at one point, and then I just forgot. I have a notebook somewhere that has it all. And again, I'm sure it's going to be one of these things where I talk to my mom about it, and I'll be like, what about, missing another one, unless that's dark gray. Nope, that's light gray. Huh, well. Just grabbed a handful more just in case we run out again. And I got a bunch of old gray ones, so we can do that. God, look at that. It doesn't even look like the same color. Look how old and gray that is. Ew. And 4, 2, 3, 4. This is what I'm excited about, these pieces. These pearl diamond, pearl luster, whatever, diamond pieces. Those are cool. Very excited about those. Get out the way, keyboard. I said get out the way. Trying to kind of show the building process, but it's hard to build back. Opalescent, thank you, not pearl. I knew there was a word I was getting wrong. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one. All right, 6 arches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save, save, save. Thanks, Glenn. What time is it? I got a half hour. Half hour till I decide if I want to do. You know, if I don't do decorations, I'm going to kick myself. The game will be there. It's paused right now. So there's sort of the front of it. There's the inside of it. Guessing that's going to be more arches on the inside. Maybe a bit of some torches or something maybe in there. See what happens next. Can't wait to see what's next. This is cool because I have no idea what's going to happen. I was not involved in the design of this at all, so it's kind of fun to see where it goes. Glenn, did you know about Michaela? I should talk to Will too. I think I talked to Josh. She apparently kind of jumped ship and went to TBRR. Is that not jump ship, but I'm sure it's like if it's closer to them, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put up a giant holiday penguin last night, which makes total sense since penguins don't live at the North Pole. Absolutely. That sounds like a children's story. The story of the holiday penguin. Oh, and then I need 2 of these. The story of the North Pole penguin. They're too tasty. It's the North Pole penguins are the tasty ones. You don't want them South Pole penguins. They're gamey. Yeah, I'll have to send them a message and just say, "Hey, yo, what's up? I heard things. Just checking in with you." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, 7, 8. These are 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 2. It's kind of a bummer. I liked having them around. These all have these things in them. I was actually considering, like, if I ever stopped being the ambassador, which I don't want to do this forever, but I know I just started. I'd like to get one successful lug book under my belt before I decide that I'm done with the thing. But I would have thought they would have been a good ambassador. Not anymore, dang it. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. So the 1 goes here. 3s go here. 4s go here. Did I count that wrong? 2. 4. I got that wrong, I think. I just grabbed a wrong one. And these 2. How does that dual lug membership work? Like at one point you gotta kind of say you're in one when they do the perks, right? 4, 2, 3, 4. You can't live in both worlds. Okay, that's a little. I'm sure when I tie it all together up here, it'll be fine. Man down. Oh, this is coming. Yeah, I mean the lug bulk's one thing, but like I don't think you have to be like too specific about anything else, right? I think that's the only thing you have to kind of declare for. 2 of these and 3 of these. Do you also do TBRR, Frankie? Oh yeah, okay, you just said that. Cool. I guess you could be from anywhere in the state if you're doing train stuff with them. Seven and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2. 2 on the end. Face these all face out. 2, 2, 3 away, and then 1 right in the middle. Should be separated by 1. Oh, they're both 3 away. Okay. Oh, goodness. How many of those? 16. 16 of these little pyramids. 4, and then 2 of these guys, or 8 of those guys. Come on, man. Oh, well. Oh, you know what? I have a... Where did I put that? Put it somewhere. Huh. I'm gonna have to remember I put this here, but I have... So, I think I'm short on one of these diamonds, or these pyramids. I don't see another one over here. I'm gonna have to have words with the organizer of this group. But I have another one that has a printed Illuminati symbol on it. So that's gonna go on here. I just have to remember it's on here. That's funny. It's almost like it was meant to be. You get loot for helping TBR shows. I think I've only been to one train show since I joined the lug. And it may even have been before I officially joined the lug. Like I went to something in New Braunfels. I went to the New Braunfels train show. But I think that was like kind of this is like right as I was joining the lug. So it was kind of like... Oh, they're all facing the same direction? That's weird. Oh no, they're okay. I was gonna say there's 16 of them. Wait a tick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the other one go? 1. Oh. Haha. So, I wasn't short this. I was... It had been changed out. That's funny. I'm still going to keep my Illuminati one on there. So these were being done by scale. It must not have registered one of these cheese wedges. But I am going to keep the Illuminati brick right there. And then I just have an extra one of these, so I looked at it wrong. But it doesn't matter, still didn't get a thing. So it's cool. Alright, so on the front here, now we've got some cool bits. So we got 4 of these, 2 of these, 4 pie pieces, 12 gold pieces, you do the New Braunfels and Austin train shows, but I don't go to the ones over by Houston. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4, 12, 2, 1. Okay. And 2. So we've got that. And of course, we do the trains on a train, right? I think Lasso needs to get that started up again. Or somebody said, was it Frankie that said they'd do it? Somebody was saying that they would pick that up again. I wish there was an equivalent for spaceships. If we lived in NASA, you could use spaceships at Kennedy. Right? Or not Kennedy, Johnson. No. Which one's in Houston, which one's in Florida? Johnson Space Center's in Houston. And then where do the 12 go? They go up here. This is the piece I get excited. Well, I mean, didn't Brian, the new guy who moved from Houston, who's now in our group, he worked for NASA. I don't know what he did there. Probably some sort of engineer. He could have set something up. Spaceships on a spaceship. I mean, come on. Costello, yeah. Turning out very pretty. Here, one of the gold decorations is extra when putting the wall together with other sections. So we each get 3, but because these are going to be put together with other walls, we get 1 extra because one of these is going to attach to the other wall. So we only need 1 of these. Of course, everybody's not going to bring them, or everybody will bring them thinking the other people won't. So we'll have this flood of extra ones of those, which I think would be funny. All right, so for those playing at home, this will take you about 2 hours to build. Maybe less if you're not as chatty. But I would consider myself a fairly speedy builder. So grain of sand when you're listening to me talk about how fast stuff can be built. 7. Yeah, one of these shields will be extra, which is cool. The home plates, the Nexo shields. All right, now I need to do crossbows, and I think that's it. So we need the rest of these. 8 of, I can't tell what that is. Is that 8? That's 8. 4 bars, 4 shields or tiles, 4 brown plates, 4 opalescent diamonds, 4 1x2s, and 4 crossbows. So we do that. That's pretty cool. So if you just got a crossbow wall, I think this is where you end up. Like, I think you get double crossbows. But this is the interior, so you're guarding the interior of your castle with this. But I think the outside, I think a crossbow wall, which means you'd have 2. The outside portion of the wall that I've got will be, what did I get? Oil pot.
wall. Crossbow 101.
What did I get? Oh. So this is the exterior. Is that what I'm building? Inner... No? Huh. Well, I'm confused. I have an oil pot and an interior wall. Crossbow wall. So I got another crossbow wall, which means on the outside of this is another wall with more crossbows. And then I got oil pots, which is like a couple oil pots that dump oil on unsuspecting people trying to scale your wall. All right, cool, Frankie. It'll take you 2 hours. Especially if you're not being completely charming and wonderful like I am. Because I just assume nobody else is as charming and as wonderful as I am. Ask my wife. So yeah, this is it. As soon as we're done building these crossbows, that'll be it for today. Trying to think of what... I think Thursday I'm not going to be here. We have a birthday dinner I think we're doing. Okay. Yeah, so I got a crossbow and an oil pot. The stairwell is like a big thing that kind of comes out in the middle here. And is like a little tower kind of half thing. It's pretty cool. Should have got that. But I think the crossbow, while the other side also comes with some of these opalescent ones, so maybe I just get more of those. Not sure. So I might try to do something Tuesday. I don't know what yet. Maybe build another one of these. I don't know. But we shall see. Yeah, unsuspecting. My guess is if you're trying to scale a castle wall, you're not unsuspecting anything. You just assume the entirety of the world's going to crash down on you. Oh, here was that other brick. Haha, it fell over here somewhere. All right, so there you go. There's your interior wall. So then the idea is, this is the interior. So, you know, exterior, you just get another one and it fits together and you've got a nice little kind of tunnel in there for stuff. And you can use these clips to hold on to spears, or you can put torches in here, or whatever you want to do with those interior bits. Really, it's up to you. You can put like casks down in this lower level. It's got your Technic brick holes there, your modularness to be able to hold those together. The rock formations out front, you could extend them a little more if you wanted to. You could put, like most castles, I feel like have an exterior that has like kind of a village set up around it. For those, like sometimes it's a town that sets up around the castle because they don't live in the castle, they're not part of that family. So, but they will need to go to the castle for protection or for whatever reason. Maybe they work inside the castle but don't live in there, so they've sent up a village outside of it. So you could set up a little bit of a town out here if you wanted to. You could set up bones like it was some sort of war had happened. You can change all this out and put techno stuff on it if you wanted to. It's up to you, however you wanted to do it. But then these all go together in a big ring of 60 of these. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see what it all looks like together. That's what I'm doing Tuesday night. I knew something was going on Tuesday. Yes, I'm going to the burger thing Tuesday, which means Monday I got to figure out what I'm going to bring, because I don't think I have any one thing that's worth $30. So I'm going to have to cobble a couple things together. So we'll see how that works out. And then Thursday, let me look real quick. Yeah, Thursday's a friend's birthday. We're going out. Tuesday's that. So I probably won't be on again unless I decide to pick another day, like tomorrow or Wednesday or Friday or something, just kind of randomly do something. Maybe, and I can't do Saturday morning because that's AFOL day. And then that next Sunday is our holiday party. So a week from today is our holiday party. So if I'm going to stream then, it'll be early. Burger Trickster. Because I have to leave here at like 10:30 on Sunday to get to where we're gonna have this place. It's almost it is in Buda, so it's way south of here. And I was gonna try to get there early because I've got a crap ton of holiday party gifts for the lug to bring. Trying to get rid of as much as I can because when we get project support next time or lug support, it's gonna be just ridiculous because I'm not gonna have enough room for it. So anyway, there's your castle wall. Thanks for hanging out with me today. For those of you who have your own castle wall to build, I hope you enjoyed doing them, and it'll be nice to see everybody's when they get together. So you can tell it's very solid. It's not going anywhere. Have a good rest of your week if I am not able to get on later. And enjoy your time, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.